Joining us now is Maria Bisbé York. She's a Microsoft MVP with more than 30 years experience as a consultant. She specializes in business intelligence and data analysis. Maria speaks at many Power Platform events and is the co-leader of the Power Platform Madrid Meetup and Women for Technical Talk groups. In this session, Maria will share methods for using Power Query to combine queries in order to create the perfect solution for the optimal tabular model.
Hello, thanks for coming to my session. I want to thank the Power BI Women's Summit team for having me and the volunteers for their help. I'm very happy to be here today, ready to talk about cleaning and reshaping data with Power Query. It is one of the best parts of this designing and delivering analytical reports with Power BI. Let's improve the tabular model by combining queries. I'm Maria Bisbé, data analyst, BI trainer and consultant, Microsoft partner in Power BI, data platform MVP, and LinkedIn learning trainer in Spanish. I'm a co-leader of Power Platform Madrid Meetup and the Women for Technical Talks initiative. This session will look at the importance of query combining. We will demonstrate several scenarios in which combining queries could be the perfect solution for the optimal tabular model. The first reason for combining queries is to identify model entities and attributes. For example, we have several sources with the same structure. Here we have January, February, and March. The solution here is to append because they represent the same entity, for example, cells. In this another case, we have snowflake schema, and some attributes are in the different table. The best way to save the tabular model is to merge queries and to join columns in one query. Another reason for using merging is to take care of the design of the fact table. They're a wide, poor designed fact table and a dimension table without the index columns. The best way to save the tabular model here and take care of the fact table will be to add an index column to the dimension table, and then, of course, to combine queries by more than one column. And at the end, we need to do some cleansing. The third reason could be to solve data quality requirements because of the inconsistency of the data. In this case, we have two tables. The fact tables has the values of the projects, and in this case, we have just one project, and this project isn't in the dimension table, and this project number 4 and number 5 isn't present at the fact tables. So we have two tables with some inconsistent data. The solution here will be to combine queries using an anti-left join condition. The result will be the rows from the project catalog that do not match the sales tables. Okay, let's do it. We are going to the demo. Okay, now we are looking at Power Query. Power Query is a Windows in Power BI. Okay, let's start. Here we have the first example. We will add the three information we have in our okay Excel workbook. That's okay. And now we will find here. I have sources. Okay, our monthly sales. Okay, first Excel. Second, the root of my file, and then I will select 3 months here. The structure is the same, so it's okay. And now the solution will be append all these 3 queries together. Here we have append queries. I will append queries as new for join them all together because they represent the same fact table. So January, February, and March, I will reorganize. Okay, it's okay, and it's done. So we have all the information in, for example, our sales query. Now we need to disable load, disable, and disable. We have another approach here. For example, if we connect to the same file, to the monthly sales, the second idea could be connect to the file itself, not to the month. Here we can transform data. And in this case, we have all the information for each month. Looking at this column, at the data column, we have all the information, and the solution here could be choose columns, rid of the rest of the columns. Just take this one because here we have the information we need, and then to expand. We need to do some transformation here for cleansing, and for example, filtering, and that's all. The last transformation will be detect data type. So we can use one approach or other, but the idea is if we have several sources with the same information that represents just one entity, we need to join them. In this case, we need to append them and to define just one entity for all the cells together. In this another example, we have the information from customers, and the problem is that the information from country and city are located in another table, in a different table. But the attribute country gives me the information about the customers. Is the same attribute, the same role as any of these attributes I have in the customer table. So the solution here could be combine columns, of course, but in this case, merge queries. That means I will remain all the columns from customer and add the columns from geography. Let's do it. Merge queries as new. If I want to create another queries, This is an option. And in this case, I could select customer and then geography list. And in this case, we can select the columns. So the first, we need to select the tables or queries, customers and geography list. Second, we need to select the columns for the join. And at the end, we need to select the join key. So in this case, left outer, that means all the rows and all the columns from customer and all the matching columns from geography. Okay, that's okay. And now we have one more. This is my final customer table. Okay, I could find another name here. And we have all the columns from customer, and at the end, we have one more column that contains table in each row. I want to show you. This is the table for the first row, the second row, and so on. We need to expand this information and to take just country and city. And in this case, country and city will be added to my customer information, and all the attributes will be together in the same place. We have one entity, and all the attributes for these entities are located together, and this is the best solution in this case. And we guarantee the star schema model. The only transformation we need here is to rid of these columns, this column geography key, because we do not need anymore. So remove this column, and that's all. That's okay. This is from Snowflake to star schema. Okay, let's see another example. In this case, we have our fact table poorly designed. We have these columns, the text columns in the fact table. This is a bad idea. So, okay, if we look at the catalog, in the catalog we have not an index column, so it's difficult to create the matched point here. Okay, the first task that we need to do is to guarantee that we have removed duplicates, because here we don't we are not allowed to have duplicates. So, and then add columns, index columns from 0 is the same. And now we have an index, and we have one number that it's able to define all the attributes we have in the product catalog. Okay, so the solution here is to add this index to my fact table. So let's do in the merge queries. In this case, I will merge inside the same query, catalog cells. I will merge with catalog. No, with catalog. Okay. So, and the difference here is that we are able to select more than one columns. The only point is that we need to guarantee that they are selecting using the same order. So product is the first. In this case, product is the first and country is the second one. So we have the same order for each queries here. And the join kind is the same, so no problem. Okay. And as we can see here, we have again one column with a table. All the information from this table we can see in Mexico and table. That's all. And we'll expand, and the only column we will took from the catalog will be the index. That means whenever I use Ring and Mexico, I will have the index 1. That is my idea. It's okay. And the last transformation here will be the cleansing. These columns aren't necessary anymore in my fact table, and I could remove them, and now we have date, quantity, and index. And index will be the column that guarantee the relationship with my dimension table. So we are looking at the fact table. We are taking care from our fact table. And the last example here, it's related to data quality. We have some inconsistent data here. In this case, we have projects. These projects, the fourth and fifth project, this one and this one, they aren't in the sales table, and the opposite. In the sales table, we have one project, and here we have the referential integrity. It's broken between the tables because we are talking about one project, and this project isn't present in our catalog of projects. So the solution here will be for looking at the inconsistent data would be, of course, again, merge queries. And in this case, I will merge queries. And in this case, it's better merge queries as new. Okay, and now we will have project cells, project catalog, but the idea here will be select ID project here and here. Okay, queries, columns to join, and change the column, the jointing, because we need to select anti-rows, left anti. That means I will have only the elements, the rows that are in the first table and not in the second. That's the idea. And that's okay. And now this is the result. Here we have one project in our sales table that is not matching. There is not information about this project in our catalog. We are able to do the other approach. So we can do, for example, from project, merge queries as new. And this way we are able to find all the information that we have in our project catalog that have not representation, that is not matching, do not match to the sales table. So that is a few examples of query combining. Our conclusion in this session could be: combining queries could be the perfect solution for the optimal tabular model for several tasks that we are able to do, like identify entities, respect the star model design, protect the fact table, work with role-playing dimensions, do the data quality tasks, or combining files. And that's all. It was my pleasure. Enjoy the event, Power BI Women Summit.
Since most of a data analyst's time is spent cleaning and reshaping data, I'm sure this session will help them save time in creating the optimal tabular model. Thank you for sharing, Ana Maria.